Hello, all you creepers and all you peepers. It is Twin Rova. Jordan, I am back after another long hiatus. I'm still working on videos, still working on getting some stuff out there that's going to be uh, mediocre, maybe good, depending on how you perceive it. And apart from that, here recently I've been doing a lot of streaming. I was mainly on Twitch. I have since come back over to YouTube streaming, so definitely, catch a stream whenever it's going on. I try to stream every day. Uh, take Wednesdays off though. Here recently, I've been taking a lot of days off just because I've been pretty busy with the summer. Anyways, I want to talk about a new purchase I've made, the Switch 2. So this little guy, who's not really so little. So this thing is controversial, and that's to say the least. People either really love it or they really, really hate it. And it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way that it is. People can't really, just judge things for what they are anymore. People can't have, honest, uh, fluent critiques. It's got to always be the absolute worst or the absolute best. Me personally, I am definitely a lot closer to the absolute best on it. I definitely do love the console. I think that it was definitely a pretty worthy purchase. Um, my main reasons being I said since pretty much the beginning of the Switch One's life cycle, if they make a Switch that uh, is 1080p on the handheld and 4K in the dock with 60 FPS on both at least, I'm buying it, and I'll buy it as long as it's $500. I'm down, and they did just that. So it's got 120 hertz too on the handheld side, 1080p. You can get 4K 60 for most games on the dock. Now, there's not really a lot of games yet uh, that do this, but I'm hoping that it's something in the future. I'm really hoping for performance modes on dock. I just I'm the type of person where whenever I play video games, I really really love to have frames. I've been in PC gaming for close to about 6 years now, I think, and I mainly like the frames. Even if I'm playing story games most of the time, I'll cut down the resolution, or not really resolution, the texture settings and other various settings, so that way I'll have better frames. That's just who I am. So yeah, kind of a gripe, kind of a not. Anyways, another critique I've got is the game chat. So I don't really feel like the game chat or any online features for that matter, it's kind of been a problem with the Switch 1, should be locked to Nintendo Switch Online. Um, I don't feel that it's a good enough justification for the service for you to have to buy those things, or for you to have to buy the service for those things. The game chat is like a really crappy Discord at best. I will give them this though, the mic they put in on this thing, I still haven't even tried to figure out exactly where that is, but it's great. So you can even dock it, and while it's docked, the mic is still going, and people can pick you up from like across a room, like literally 6 feet away from the Switch. I'll have it sitting there in the dock. I'll be in game chat. I'm talking to people. You might have to talk up a little bit and be louder. Not really so much on your inside voice, but it reaches, and that's kind of cool, and it doesn't sound completely shitty. It just sounds a little bit shitty. um Apart from that, so let's just kind of take a look at the console, and I'll sort of describe some of the things. um I do like that the screen is a lot bigger, but they also left a lot of bezel room, which is a little frustrating. When you're playing games, you don't really notice it so much. You're still pretty immersed, enjoying your game, whatever. It's when you have the Switch closed, you'll really kind of notice. And I think you can kind of even get a little bit of a glimpse of it through the camera there. Um, But yeah, so you got your Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons are attached magnetically this time instead of how they were before, where they just slid in. Which personally I saw more as like a scary thing. I don't really like magnets, especially for something that's attaching to a screen portable device tablet that cost me $450. It's a little scary, but so far the magnets have been really strong and they've worked really well. So I will give them that. And I mean, it does feel a lot cooler to snap it in like that instead of having to like slide it on. Like when you're sliding it on, sometimes it'd get like a little stuck for a second and it just feels so annoying. Like you'd hate it so much. You're like cheap piece of shit. Anyways, um, the stand to sit your Switch down this time around is awesome. It is very great to adjust pretty much to wherever you want your screen to be, and you don't really have to worry about, it falling or anything like that. With the old Switch, of course, the little stick that stick out for you to like set it down was literally just on like the right side. So if anybody, if even like the lightest breeze came to the left of that screen, it was just falling right on its back. So it's good that that's gone. Now, as far as games go, Mario Kart World is the only game I own at the moment, and it's the only Nintendo first party other than the Nintendo Switch 2 Tour that is out. So, that's what I bought, and that's what I'm playing. If there was more that was, captivating or interesting, I would have bought it, but unfortunately there isn't. So that's kind of where we're at. When Donkey Kong comes out next month, I'm all over it though. Mario Kart though has been a great time. I was a person. I mean, I've always been a person, obviously. No, I've been a person who loves Mario Kart for a long time. I have played Mario Kart religiously since like the 64 Mario Kart. I've played Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart, what was it, Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance, Double Dash, Mario Kart DS, 7, Wii, 8, and now we're here. So, and I've also, went back and played Super Mario Kart and all that. Anyways, we're finally at Mario Kart 9, or Mario Kart World as it's called, and it has reignited my love for Mario Kart. I had played so much Mario Kart 8 on my Switch 1 that I legitimately hated the game almost at this point. I mean, I'd play it if there was, competition around, if friends wanted to play, I'd kind of sink myself back into that mode for just a minute just to destroy some people, and then I would just kind of go back to hating the game. Like there wasn't anything else to unlock. There wasn't anything cool. They came out with all the deluxe courses, or not deluxe courses, the booster pack courses, which brought back a lot of courses from, the older games that were missed and, people really wanted back. I wanted back too a little bit in, some cases. Waluigi Pinball, of course. But I don't know. I didn't find myself playing those courses. I've had the expansion pack for 1 year, didn't really play them. I just recently got the expansion pack again, and I played like a couple of the Grand Prix through before the Switch 2 came out, and that was really about it. That was all I could really bring myself to do. But Mario Kart World, the game is awesome. I love Mario Kart 8, and it obviously has the most expansive amount of courses and the best courses in the entire series. And the customization system's awesome, all that, given its flowers. There you go. I have to say that Mario Kart World is the better game. It's just really hard not to. The reasons why I say that are Mario Kart 8 as, a game, it's functional, it's great. It has, great courses and all that stuff, like I was just saying. But it doesn't really have like a direction, like a theme added onto it. It's just kind of that it's Mario Kart, and that's really the theme. Whereas Mario Kart World its theme is that it's the world. So you have a huge open world. All these courses connect together. It's like a living, breathing Mario Kart world of racing, and a lot of the map, you have like these deserts, you have like the mountains, the hilltops, all that stuff going on, the seas even. It all fits together in this great way that makes me just really immersed in the game. And for like a racing kart game, I haven't really felt that feeling since I played Cars, like the Cars movie tie-in game. It's a great, great game. But it's like the only time I've really ever felt that. And a lot of the actual courses make me sort of get this feeling of like Lego Racers, which is literally like my favorite kart racing game of all time. Mainly just because the customization in that is literally the deepest customization you could ask for out of a kart racer. Um, Obviously not really affecting like your speed or anything, just kind of getting your customization stuff out of the way there. But yeah, the world stuff, you can go on free roam on the open world and you can just mess around with your friends, or you can play solo, and there's some stuff you can only get solo as far as like items to collect. But if you're with your friends, you can have at it collecting like the little item block things that get you stickers. Um, and you can collect coins, which kind of get you along the way to getting new carts. That's really about the extent of what you can do with your friends in the free roam. But other than that, when you're by yourself, you can do the P blocks, which I can't remember what those do. You have to do it in like a certain time period. I think you maybe get an outfit or something. Other than that, you've got outfits that you can collect for your characters. There's blocks that you can hit. I think you can hit those in multiplayer too, actually. But then you have, the cups, the main cups in the game. The main cups are great. They mix in a little bit of fan favorite with brand new courses too, and they all mesh together just fine. There's no course that really feels like out of place. You're kind of just merging seamlessly as you play through these different courses, and it all sort of leads up, once you've done your first string of all of them, to unlocking the special cup, which has Rainbow Road. So there you go. And customization, let's jump back over to that. Actually, the customization this time around has never really felt more balanced than, any other Mario Kart game. It is like the most balanced customization. So the only things that are really affected is your cart. Whatever cart you choose is going to affect, how you race. There's carts that have better handling and I think it's stability than other carts. Then there's carts that have, better acceleration or better speed. Or a cart might be particularly weighty. I feel they all kind of are around the same weight though. It's not too huge of a difference. And speaking about balancing, let's talk about the other main factor in this game, and it also makes it feel like a very balanced experience, is the item selection this time around. So I feel that there are plenty of items that do make it where you always feel like you're in sort of, like a state where you're powerful or you're in control, no matter what place you're in. And I also feel that the item frequency and the item distribution is great, amongst all the different places from 24th all the way up to first. Obviously, if you're like, I think it's 8th place or below, then you're getting blue shells that you can use on first place. But yeah, I don't feel like blue shells are as common as they were in Mario Kart 8. I also don't feel that they're as powerful. So a lot of the items that are attack items, I usually call them like offense items. When they do attack you, it doesn't keep you down for that long. Like you're able to, sort of get back up and get going and sort of catch back up to the speed that you were at. So I've been having a great time with it. Now, there are some times that it seems that the AI or something in the game just decides it doesn't like you anymore, and you will end up getting blue shelled kind of frequently in a race, or you might end up getting red shelled frequently. I have come across a lot of second place players, like CPU wise, that get triple red shells and just blast you one by one with them when you're in first, and it's really annoying. So it does still have its issues. They're nowhere near as common as they were in Mario Kart 8, which is very awesome. And overall, I think that part of it's great. So, aside from that, let's talk about a couple other things with the Switch 2, and then we'll be done. The menu system, it's basically the exact same as the Switch 1, and I'm okay with that. I never really had a true issue with the Switch 1's UI. A lot of people have, for whatever reason. I guess they think it's very simplistic compared to other Nintendo UIs. I'm fine with it. I'm the type of person, I'm a big Nintendo fan, I'll say that, but I'm not a big Nintendo gamer. I don't constantly game on Nintendo consoles. I play on Nintendo consoles when new Nintendo exclusives come out that are interesting. So it was kind of a chore with like the Wii U and the 3DS, which, were kind of the first two consoles of Nintendo I wasn't actively playing as like my main console. That I would just be kind of like coming back to and everything. So I'd go back whenever a new game would come out, like Majora's Mask 3D came out after, all those years after the, Ocarina of Time 3D like launched with the console, and I played it through. I went back to play it, and I'm trying to navigate this 3DS hardware, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is way more difficult than it has to be, and this is supposed to be for like kids. Which the 3DS, it wasn't so bad, but still, it was a little bit clunky, a little bit jumbled up. The Wii U was particularly bad. So I had a Wii U for a long time. I never really played it too much. I played like Wind Waker on it, Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD a lot. Well, I bought Breath of the Wild for it because I didn't have a Switch when Breath of the Wild came out. I ended up waiting until Christmas to get my Switch. So I was playing Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Unfortunate me. I'm sorry. I know the game is complete trash on there, but that's okay to me because the game's complete trash anyways. Anyways, I like the Street Pass and all this other stuff was just in the way. Like, I just couldn't navigate it. It was very annoying and very in your face. I mean, now, as a person who's kind of been more seasoned with the Wii U and I've experienced a lot of it, I do love the Wii U's UI now. Like, it's got a lot of intricate features that I love. But as a person that doesn't go to Nintendo consoles often and doesn't want to learn UIs that are too difficult to navigate, I can appreciate the Switch's UI a lot more. I do wish they'd add in some themes, though. Everybody's been saying that since the start, and I'm sorry to say that I'm the same person. I'd love a theme on the console. I love the dark mode theme. It's great that they at least have that option, because I feel that Nintendo, like, if it was the Wii U and it was actually successful, you would have never gotten a dark mode theme. You wouldn't have gotten any theme. You would have been just stuck with the white theme, and I'm pretty sure that's the case for the Wii U. Aside from all of that, though, the final thing I want to talk about is the NSO. So you get an NSO upgrade with the Switch 2 if you have the expansion pack. You finally get access to GameCube games, which is great. Everybody's been asking for that since the start of the Switch 1, so it's a great thing that they finally brought that. I feel that the game offering is kind of shit. Just being personal, you get Soul Calibur 2, which it's a decent fighting game. It includes Link, which is cool, but I also recently bought Soul Calibur 2 physically for my GameCube, so that's just me. I'm not very interested in playing it on the Switch. Um, then you get F-Zero. F-Zero is great, but I don't feel that it's like a racing game that you should launch or have going. I feel like they should have included Mario Kart Double Dash, but I know that they wouldn't do that with Mario Kart World coming out. Then finally, you get Wind Waker, and this is where I think it gets the most disappointing. So for all the NSO stuff, it's stuck in I think 720p is like the actual resolution. It's basically stuck in a square. Like they do not have widescreen support. It's in 4:3. Um, it's very, very annoying, and I don't know why they have not fixed it or upgraded it after all this time of the Switch 2 or Switch 1 being out. It's just dumb to me. And with the GameCube, it just feels even worse, especially with Wind Waker, considering two home consoles ago from Nintendo, we were playing Wind Waker in widescreen with upgraded resolution or upgraded textures and upgraded features. All three of those things, and they can't give that to us. Why wouldn't you just give us an upgraded Wind Waker? Like, why not? And what I don't get too, I'm pretty sure on the N64 NSO, I think the Super Mario 64 ROM that they put in there is actually the Super Mario 64 that was in Super Mario 3D All Stars, which I believe is widescreen support and upgraded textures. So why wouldn't you give us Wind Waker HD as a ROM in the NSO GameCube uh, hardware or software? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I hope that they don't do the same thing with Twilight Princess, because that would really suck. I really would hope that they would just include both of those in a double pack, like they should have a long time ago. But at this point, I honestly don't think we get to that point, and it's pretty annoying. Anyways, last couple things I want to talk about. These are just little small things. So you have your Type C port on the bottom, like you did before. You have one on the top this time, which is extremely, extremely handy. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to use my Switch like on like the stand with the Joy-Cons or like my Pro controller. And I just needed to charge my Switch. A lot of the cases would have these issues with the Switch 1 where they would turn it on and it'd be on like the menu screen, and it'd be perpetually on the menu screen, and it would drain your battery without you knowing, and you're just trying to carry your Switch around, get to where you're about to play it, but you never could because it'd die before you could get there because of the stupid cases pressing the battery. This, from what I can tell, doesn't have that issue, thank God. But also, it has a top thing so you can charge while it's on the stand. The volume buttons are cool. They're clicky. The power button's cool. It's clicky. It finally has a port for headphones, which is very nice. And the game key card flap is extremely like durable feeling and awesome. So I love those aspects. Like, I mean, overall, I love the console. There's some genuine criticisms that I do have of it, some nitpicky stuff. But other than that, I have fallen in love, and I'm ready for more games to come out, and I'm ready to play them. Uh, I have tried out Tears of the Kingdom on it, and I don't really notice like the resolution upgrades, texture upgrades so much like other people do. The frame rate upgrade is substantial. It is amazing. I can remember playing Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, I played it not too long ago and was dealing with this issue of the game running in like 10 to 15 frames in crucial like combat situations. Like it's just chugging so hard and you can't even play the game. And now with the upgrade, you can play in 60 FPS if you have the expansion pack or if you bought the upgrade pack, which does suck. It's pretty stupid that they did that. And that's another criticism that I do have of the console. It's pretty annoying that they have these upgrade packs. I can get behind it for like certain games where they're including DLC. You know, that's cool. But I wish that they weren't tying the performance upgrade to that. I wish that you'd just sell me the DLC pack with the game as a bonus price. And if I want to just keep my base game and I want to just enjoy my base game like I have been on my Switch 1, I should have the performance upgrade like I had or on the game that I bought for the console that I just bought. Like it just makes sense that way. So I don't understand why they can't just do that, why they have to be money hungry in that sense. Whatever. That's it's the art of the trade, I guess. But other than, some problems that I have with it, I'm really enjoying it. I think that it's really hitting a lot of the pain points of the Switch 1 and addressing them greatly. And I hope that the games back it up. I mean, I'm sure they probably will because it's Nintendo. So that's my review of the Switch 1 or Switch 2. Thank you all for watching.